you guys, welcome to another video. This video is different from what I usually do. I've never posted a puzzle video before, but I was walking through the Dollar Tree in town here and I spotted this puzzle, and I've really been inspired by Karen Puzzles. I'll leave her channel linked down below. I really enjoy her content and she's pretty active on YouTube and Instagram. But all she does is basically, she does puzzles and reviews puzzles, and it's just kind of interesting. And so when I saw this puzzle at the Dollar Tree, I was actually really drawn to it. So I was like, you know what, let's do something different on the channel. Let's do a puzzle and see how that goes. That's what I've decided to do for today. I did take a while to do this puzzle. I'm not as fast as Karen, so you'll see that in the lighting it goes in and out because of the clouds, but I hope you guys will be fine with that. One thing I wanted to make note of with this puzzle is it was $1.25 for a 500 piece puzzle. The pieces are very small, but for a 500 piece puzzle, $1.25 Canadian is like a really good deal. So there is that. And also the quality of the pieces is actually pretty good. I see that it is a Disney, it is an official Disney puzzle, so that's probably why the quality is pretty decent. But speaking of quality, you'll have to wait to the very end of the video to notice something interesting about the quality of the puzzle. So keep an eye out at the end. So yeah, puzzles. Do you guys like puzzles? Do you do puzzles? I know a lot of people have been getting on the puzzle wagon this summer, but I actually got into puzzles a couple of years ago. Growing up, my family really liked puzzles, but I always found them really boring. But a couple of years ago, my husband and I really started to get into puzzling together. And the really cool thing is that we put on a podcast and we puzzle together and we visit, and sometimes we'll listen to music, and it's just kind of a nice thing to do with your significant other, when you can keep your hands kind of busy and your mind kind of busy, but also have that space to visit, whereas when you watch TV or movies, you don't really have the opportunity to visit. So it's actually been a really nice habit that we've developed. I did want to share that the podcast that we really enjoy is the Brant and Sherri Oddcast, and I will leave that link down below as well. It is so Brant and Sherri, they're friends, they are Christians, and they talk about life and God, but also they're really funny and they make jokes about random stuff. And Brant actually has Asperger's, so that plays into it. They have Brant is white, Sherri's black, so they have that race dynamic that they can play off of, and it's really interesting. They have some serious discussions, they have some lighthearted discussions about Brant is obsessed with Lord of the Rings, so that's really funny. But yeah, it's just really cool. I like that podcast and I would highly recommend it. Back to this puzzle. The thing that really drew me to it was the colors. It's really kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a pop art sort of pastel color blocking. I don't know how to explain it, but it was definitely the colors that drew me in. And I don't normally like puzzles like this where it's like a collection of things and they're all in little boxes. Like there's oftentimes the retro puzzles where they'll like have a collection of retro posters or retro cereal boxes or things like that. Those aren't my favorite, so it was really weird that I was drawn to this one because that's essentially what this is. But I think it was definitely the colors. And also the fact that there was like an official Disney product at the Dollar Tree, so that was really cool. But one thing that you might have started to notice, maybe you haven't quite noticed it just yet, but you will, Mulan. Like everyone else's, like Jasmine, so there's Jasmine, there is Rapunzel, Ariel, Aurora, Snow White. So anyway, you have all these princesses put together and they're all like happy and smiling and maybe not full smile, but like they're all pleasant expressions, we'll say. But then they have Mulan and they made her like kind of crusty looking, and I'm like, why? Why does Mulan have such a sour face? Like that's I don't know. It was weird. It just kind of like threw me off a bit because everyone else has pleasant expressions and she does not. But speaking of Mulan, have you guys watched the new live action Mulan? I have not, because we do not have Disney Plus. That's just something that we've decided right now. We're gonna stick with Netflix for a while and maybe eventually we'll switch over to Disney Plus. But yeah, so we have not seen the new live action Mulan. But I'm really interested. Comment down below and let me know if you have watched it and what you think of it. I honestly haven't heard too much about it, like either way. Like I haven't really heard people loving it or hating it or anything, so that will be really interesting to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Also, I would like to hear your thoughts on I know like you're supposed to have a specific niche for a YouTube channel to be successful, but for me, I just like doing a bunch of random things, and I just like having this as like my hobby corner where I can just put a whole bunch of different hobbies that I have, put it all together in one hodgepodge of a channel. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun. It keeps things interesting and not as boring as if you just have like one thing all the time. But let me know what you think about that too. I've been enjoying doing different things, and I do have some different things in the works especially for October. So keep your eye out on my channel for October because I've got some stuff coming. But yeah. So throughout the puzzling experience of this, I actually had a harder time with the border than I thought I would have, but I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, the top right corner is not getting filled in. And that is because this puzzle was missing a piece. I'm serious. I looked all over the table. I looked on the floor. I looked back in the bag that it came out of. It's just not there. So I guess that would be the drawback from buying a Dollar Tree puzzle. But overall, I enjoyed it. That missing piece was a real bummer because I had contemplated gluing it together and putting it up in my art room because I just think it's just like kind of a piece of art, which is cool, but not with the missing piece, of course. So that was a bit of a bummer, but yeah, let me know if you guys have ever done a puzzle, a brand new puzzle that has had a missing piece. So I guess I'll just wrap it up here, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different kind of video. I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely day. Bye!